The world, Australia and South Australia, has massive environmental problems. The University of Adelaide is establishing an Environment Institute to help solve these problems. The Institute's going to bring together our best research teams, our best scientists, to work on issues associated with climate change, biodiversity, marine science, water, natural resource management, DNA and policy. I want the Institute to be an institute where ideas grow and flourish, where ideas turn into well-developed propositions and into well-developed technology that makes a difference to this world.
Climate change is an issue that will affect us all.
South Australia is leading Australia
in the rollout of renewable energy.
But we need more research into understanding
how we can adapt to climate change.
Climate change is a problem that's increasingly going to affect our lives. Extreme events, impacts on biodiversity, water stress, these are problems that require tailored solutions that provide realistic outcomes for the real world. The Environment Institute, in its collective team, will provide just these answers.
We're facing the prospect of major extinction events in Australia over the next 100 years. We need to understand a lot more about our native animals and plants in order to avert this threat.
We really need an improved understanding of our Australian biodiversity. We need to know its evolutionary history, we need to know the impacts that are facing those species, how those species are going to respond, such as climate change issues, and then how we can manage those species and ecosystems for the future.
Our beaches are a big part of what makes
living in Australia special.
I want my future
and my children's future
to include a clean and healthy ocean.
In Australia, our oceans are our wealth, our identity and our future. The Environment Institute has expertise in marine systems to provide long-term solutions.
We need to reduce energy consumption.
But I don't want to give up my lifestyle.
What if research could make something
burn brighter
for the same input of energy?
Our centre is aiming to work with industry, both to develop new solutions based on new technologies and also to make better use of existing technologies. In particular, our focus is to try and integrate alternative technologies into existing systems, because tapping into existing infrastructure is typically the most cost-effective way for alternative energies.
People know that this landscape is a whole.
It is one.
And needs to be managed in this way to protect the country.
and to leave something for future generations.
Landscapes are made up of people, vegetation, landforms and the animals within them. And what we're trying to find out is the way in which we can plan and manage those landscapes to retain that essential Australian character so that we can have both production and environmental assets that remain into the future.
We need to be smarter
about how we collect information on our environment.
We need
new tools and technologies
that give policymakers greater surety
about the consequences of their decisions.
The Australian Intervention DNA, what we're using is preserved genetic information to look at how past environmental change has had impacts on plants, animals and the like, in order to guide us into determining what's going to happen in the future. We're also developing advanced new genomics technologies to rapidly gather biodiversity information from any environmental situation so that we can accurately map what is there now and try and predict what the future holds.
Australia is facing huge challenges
in managing our water.
But we are at the forefront internationally in developing unique solutions.
We need to adopt these solutions locally.
Then take them to the world.
Water defines us as a community and it defines our culture, but the problems facing Australia's water resources are enormous. Within the Water Research Centre at the University of Adelaide, we're working collectively across engineering, mathematics, science and architecture to address some of the real problems facing Australia's water resources.
The University of Adelaide is serious about its investment in establishing an Environment Institute. We're investing over $6 million to make a difference. We want to create a world-class research institute, an institute that's renowned for the contribution it makes, because the contribution is pragmatic. We have a long tradition in this university of excellence in science. We're bringing this science to the environment.